Hello, good evening, and welcome to Thingamajig's Racing Channel. We are here with the Ultimate Racing League with their Group Racing Sunday Championship Season 2. This is League 5 and 8. Now, I'm not very often asked why such could say it's YouTube's fault for being such a slow burner, but really, ladies and gentlemen, it is the calm. It is the calm before the storm. And I'm not claiming to be that storm. I am just here to witness. I am just here to see. Ladies and gentlemen, comes in the shape of 13 Mustangs screaming the wrong way around the track. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the storm, and it is coming. It cometh, the storm. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, round 8. It's a reverse track. It's Dragon's Trail Seaside, but the wrong way. So what could possibly go wrong, hey? I've got a table. There is a table. The table's pretty fragmented in League 5 because they've come, they've gone, they've come, and they've gone again. But there is small battles throughout the table that are worth paying note to. So at the top of League 5, ladies and gentlemen, and on his way to League 4 faux show, it's Double Aaron, the jury boy, on 281 points. Toten has given him a run for his money, and it is not impossible for him to win this championship. But is it possible? Probably not. But Toten giving it all. He's on 205 points. Then in third, we have Brian Moncani on 193 points. And Get Smurfed is on 127, just ahead of Mini. They're having a bit of a battle on 123 points. YT is in 6th on 96 points, with Stubby fastly going up the table in 7th on 90 points. Then we have a Freak in 8th place on 88 points, with Eric of Canada 9th. Hang on, have I got this right? Yeah, 9th on 84 points. Mika is in 10th on 82 points. Hang on. Achtensvai. Achtensvai? Maybe. That might not have made sense. Mika's on 82 points. Sunes is on in 11th, on 79 points. So let's look at that. 90 points, 88 points, 84 points, 82 points, 79 points. There is battlage to be done in this table. It's not over, ladies and gentlemen. With this and 2 other rounds to go, it's all open. In 12th is Hoppers on 54 points, ahead of Pork Sports in 13th on, don't do this to me, 39 points. Then we have Kaloum in 14th on 24 points. We have Kalash Racing in 15th on 14 points. And Sully in 16th on 4 points. So you know the people who never came back. That's the table. Now we've got, hey, Dominic in the chat saying sup. Now we've got the grid, ladies and gentlemen. They qualified for 10 minutes around Dragon's Trail Seaside backwards. So what would that be? Hang on, I can do this. Odysseus Leert Snagrod. I'm not saying that all the way through. I should have practiced that. And then we could have had you could have had not of a clue what I was talking about. Right then, let's look at the grid. As we know already, contractually obliged, Double Aaron always starts on pole. It is the way. So here we go on. Hey, Hello. Souness has woke up, ladies and gentlemen. He slapped it on pole position. Bish bash, diddly bosh. So Souness, first pole of this season, and puts him in great stead. Oh, I haven't told you the format. 2 sprint races, roughly, 14 laps. I think the second race might be 13 laps. They've got to use soft tyres throughout the whole first race. The second race, they have to use a mixture of mediums and hards with a minimum of 2 laps on any one of those compounds. There we go. Souness is on pole. Double Aaron is in second place, but nothing to worry about. The championship is under control, ladies and gentlemen. We can start second once in a while. It's fine. In third place, fresh blood. We've got a new starter, ladies and gentlemen, so I must be kind. I have to be polite and welcoming. So in third place, ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome to you, I've forgotten his name, Lightning McQueen, innit? No, it's a Jedi Drift. What an absolute fire of a username. Well done. So, yes, Jedi Drift driving Lightning McQueen, putting it in third. Jumping straight in at the deep end and wasting 0 time. 0.0 time. Roy in the chat saying, let's go. Then in fourth, ladies and gentlemen, fourth is Toten. Second in the championship, putting on a battle with his teammate. We've seen it very heavily Alpha Tauri based this championship, and now here at round 8 things are getting a little bit mixed up. Nice. Then in fifth place is Mika, ladies and gentlemen, in the Rizzler team, and we are using Mika's replays today. And oh, I hope I remember. It's really cool. Race 1, in the comments, he put, hi. And in race 2, in the comments, he said, bye. So I love it, Mika. That was fantastic. It made me chuckle to myself. Well done. So 5th place for Mika. Absolutely. He's landed as well, hasn't he, ladies and gentlemen? Didn't start right at the very beginning of the season's coming late and has wasted no time into getting up to speed. In 6th place, the Rocket Mustang, ladies and gentlemen, of BTCC, Stubbs Master, or Stu BS. He wants a rap name. So Stu BS, Stu No Bullshit, Stu BS is starting in 6th place. In 7th then, ladies and gentlemen, in the 7-Up Mustang, we have Pork Sports. And we've seen his starts lately. His starts have been extraordinary. He always jumps at least 2-3 cars. And that'll be one to watch at the beginning of this race. Pork Sports qualifying in 7th place. Yeah, let's come around this way. In 8th is the second Rizzler car. It's Mini, ladies and gentlemen. Mini and Mika have given us some absolutely banging races together. Glorious teammates. They work in perfect harmony. In 9th place, we have Eric of Canada. This is that little gritty battle in the mid-table, ladies and gentlemen, with Mika, Mini, and Eric of Canada, with YT just there as well in 10th place, sorry. So Eric of Canada, great qualifying for 9th. And in 10th place, it's the Pilot Mustang of YT. I just said it. Why am I looking down at my list? Oh man, is that 808 State? Ooh, his number. I wonder. He's a crazy raver, YT, if it is. And then we have the other buzzing hornet of a GS Myth. Get Smurfed, ladies and gentlemen, is coming at you like Cleopatra. And so GS Smith starting in 11th. Remember, they'll all be on the soft tyres. They're all raging for it. More fresh blood, ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce to you his nickname's Panda. So it's the Panda, ladies and gentlemen. An endangered species. Doesn't like to mate with others. So we'll be keeping an eye on Panda, and that is luscious. A luscious old school livery. I imagine that Drift Jedi and Panda have not been put into their teams yet, so not knowing what liveries they must run. But judging by it so far, it looks like they need a 7-Up driver and they need a pilot driver. So some of them teams they'll be popped into, I am sure. And then in the last and final place, and 13th, it's the Brian of Moncani. And Brian lately his qualifying has dipped. I'm not sure if he's just trying to test himself by putting himself further back at the grid, because come the end of it, you know Mr. Moncani will be standing on the podium, as it has been over the last few rounds. Dominic, dude, private message me. Don't do it during the race. Just ask me privately. I'm not chatting about it while I'm doing a stream. It's too much. I've got to concentrate on the race, bro. Join a league. I've told you. Carlsberg's approached you, asked you your PSN. Get yourself in the tyre shredders. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, let's brace ourselves. It's ready for a race. 14 laps of craziness going the wrong way around Dragon's Trail. Or Leert Noggard. Are you ready? Let us go. So it's a rolling start. They're all on the soft tyres, ladies and gentlemen. Souness is leading them to the line, and it's go, ladies and gentlemen. They're all flooring it now. Double Aaron chased by the Drift of Jedis. Toten in 4th place, uncomfortable for him, not used to it. Mika having a sniff already, having a little wee look up the inside of the totes, and Pork Sports has held ground. Has he? 7th. Yes, he started 7th. It's not a crazy start from the sports, but we're not getting to a taxing part of the track yet. Souness still leading them. Now the nerves will be building as they come up towards the chicane, and they are through, ladies and gentlemen. It's a delicious looking sight, and yes, it looks safe for everyone. Everyone's making it through. Yes, beautiful. Beautiful, that first side-by-side action here between GS Smith and YT. YT on the inside, a very difficult corner coming around here, and YT gets ahead of Get Smurfed, who has picked up a penalty. Panda setting chase with Brian Moncani on the hunt. Souness still leads. There's a breakaway here between the top 3. Toten's dropped behind a little bit. Souness has got a wheel on the grass, and Double Aaron is giving him a lot to think about. Double Aaron going for a run up and into the braking zone. It's Double Aaron on the apex, and it's Double Aaron in the lead. Souness's back end lets him go. Oh, Souness's rear derriere just did not want to stick to the track. Jedi Drift heads on. Oh no, Double Aaron feels like there was contact. He's pulling over, ladies and gents. He is redressing, so maybe there was contact there. And this has left our championship wannabe in the lead. Toten somehow getting past Jedi Drift while the redress was going on. Mini is up to 3rd. Fantastic from Mini. Pork Sports up to 4th. What did I tell you about Mr. Sports? What's going on? Oh, it's a safety car. It's got to be a safety car. Mini and Pork Sports going through, and Stubbs. Jedi Drift looks like he's slowed down, and so has Toten. Slowed down a lot. Something strange going on there. Double Aaron's gone right to the back. So I'm not quite... Maybe Toten was involved in some of that. It looks like he's up to race pace now. Here at the front, Pork Sports is leading ahead of the Stubbs, and Mini in 3rd. Jedi Drift down to 4th with Mika in 5th. YT up to 6th now Brian Moncani's moved up to 7th. Panda is in 8th. He's picked up a small penalty, with Toten now slipping down into 9th. I'm not sure what Toten did there. Souness as well. We saw him having his wild rear dairy air. And Eric of Canada in 11th. Double Aaron dropping down to let Souness through, we assume, and get smurfed in 13th. So Pork Sports leads this race, but the Stubbs is on the hunt. And side by side action here between Mini and Drift. Drift wanting to get back through, and Jedi Drift is up and place, ladies and gentlemen. The two Rizzler cars working together. Oh, not so much, with Mika giving Mini a little tap on the rear quarter, and Mini then stays ahead of Mika, but that helps YT and Brian Moncani close in behind. Panda's got he's got a penalty to pay, but he's got a Souness lurking behind him, looking one way and the t'other, and Panda then bringing it around through the downhill chicane, a very tricky corner, and he pulls over to pay homage to the penalty god as Souness goes through. Toten, can he sneak on through Panda as well? Doesn't look like it. Toten and Double Aaron both sitting at the wrong end of the pack in the Alpha Tauris. Eric of Canada coming through and on the attack also. This is crazy stuff. It's like backwards day. And Get Smurfed is in 13th, with Pork Sports leads the way ahead of the Stubbs. Mini is in 3rd ahead of his teammate. Let's get on board with Mika and chase them around for a short while. Vodka Rob saying, good evening, sir. How the devil are you? I'm good, my friend, I'm good. So Mika, we're on lap 3 of 14. It has been full on action. I told you it was the calm before the storm, ladies and gentlemen. I told you just that little quiet bit at the beginning of the video is it's that calm before the actual storm kicks off. Stubbs is relentless in his pursuit of Pork Sports at the moment. Pork Sports having an absolute humdinger of a start at the moment, controlling this race from the lead. And Stu BS is looking for some traction here in the corners, try and get himself by. He is close up the spoiler of the Sportster, but still not finding or able to find a way past, waiting for Sports to make some kind of mistake. But Pork Sports is on the money. No! Pork Sports having a bit of a wide one, and that is the mistake that Stu BS was looking for. And Mini closing in with his teammate Mika in pursuit, with Brian Moncani closing in on those guys. This race is absolutely lit. YT is in 6th place, with Jedi Drift slipping down the order in 7th. Souness moving up the order in 8th. Panda in 9th, with the two Alpha Tauri boys battling behind him. He wants to hope they slow each other down as Double Aaron has a look at the inside of the tote, and oh my god, where did Panda go? Panda pulled out of that one altogether, and now has Eric of Canada for company as the two Buzzing Hornets are looking after the rear derriere of this pack. Double Aaron and Totem battling hard. Stubbs is in the lead. I apologise. Oh yeah, we know that because Pork Sports had a small off, didn't he? Mika ahead of Mini. Mini slipped. Where's Mini gone? My good lords, we've lost a lot of Mini. There's Mini. Oh, I'm going back. I'm sorry, Mini. I've got to look at that. That's the chicane of death thing, isn't it? Hoo-ha. So on board with Mini. As we head in, everything looks okay. Nothing to worry. Oh, ow, ow, oh, ah. Do you want to see it from the outside? Sorry, Mini, but we don't see many crashes in the chicane of death. You lot aren't crashing enough. So here we go then. All good in the... Sorry, I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing at you. It's just the reaction, the bounce, the reality, the realism from that. The bounce was great. So that is how Mini fell from grace, ladies and gentlemen. We've seen it twice. I think that's enough pain. So Stu BS is leading this race with the Pork Sports chasing him down. Mika now the lonely Rizzler with Brian Moncani in the Yorkshire T Mustang closing in rapidly. This race is absolutely smashing, man. Jedi Drift in 5th. He's got himself a penalty. YT is queuing up behind. He wants a piece of that action. Thank you, Lightning McQueen. Kapow, is it? Kaching? I'm not sure. What was his... Kapow, I think. Oh, and YT going slightly off, nearly getting in Sunes's way. Definitely did put Sunos off there a little bit, not off the road, but put him, distracted him slightly. And YT then moves back ahead. I don't think YT did it on purpose. He was just reacting to the racing. Toten in 8th, still keeping the championship leader behind. Eric of Canada in 10th place with Mini now in 11th. Panda chasing him down in 12th. And GS Myth is in the 13th. The myth, the legend. Stubbsy is still leading. Stu BS doing a super stand-up job out there. He asked for this. Okay. Double A Ron saying ka-chow. That's it, ka-chow. Dom, are you jelly bean? Yes, vodka Rob. Dom is jelly bean. Double A Ron with the laughing faces. So Stu BS is out there in first. Pork Sports dropping behind. He's getting the purples though. He's putting a effort in. He's putting in a full shift, ladies and gentlemen. He is not hanging around. Mika in third. He can still see the win. Some of these guys just don't see the win before. Mika must be giddy. In third place is looking very sharp. Anyone can take this. A small mistake through the chicane of death, and it is anyone's game at this point. Mika in third, Brian Moncani chasing him down in fourth. Brian Moncani a 151.4 last time around. Mika a 52.4. Danger, Mika. Brian Moncani is coming. Sunes back up to 5th. Sunes having an absolute flying race, ladies and gentlemen. He's scything through the I'm not saying it again. Nerlt Nogag. The backwards track. Sunes is loving it. Toten up to 6th with Double A-Ron in 7th. YT now down into 8th. Eric of Canada in 9th. Jedi Drift has slipped down to 10th. He did have that penalty though, so that may be some cause of that. Mini in 11th. Seeing hope, ladies and gentlemen, in front of him. He knows he has great pace, and all he has to do is catch up with that little pack of cars ahead of him, and he's back in this race. Panda as well, keeping himself in the fight also, and GS Myth trying to catch up with the Panda after Panda dropped a hell of a lot of time in that last lap, in the last 2 laps. So GS Smith with a slight bit of hope there. The Stu BS leads. Is this going to be his first win of the season? Unbelievable stuff. He's left Pork Sports behind. I tell you what, lap 6 of 14, the Mustang is doing okay with its tyres. Absolutely banging. And Double A Ron saying, what an awful track backwards. It is, you're not wrong. And Vodka Rob saying, Dominic, join one of the leagues. And then you get comms all the time. You can't expect him to do comms for random daily. Oh, bless you, Vodka Rob. So Pork Sports hunting the man down with the Stu BS leading. Mika chasing in third, 51.7 last time from Mika. He's got the message from the pits. He's got the hurry up because Brian Moncani is hungry. Whoa! He is slight. He's mowing lawns and all sorts here in the, is it Czech Republic or Croatia? Croatian track? I can't remember. Sunes is in 5th place. I can't believe the way Sunes has come back into this race. Being chased by Toten and Double A-Ron in there as well. 7th spot. Unbelievable stuff. YT in 8th. Good points if you can get them with Mini setting. Oh, Mini's jumps up. He was trying to chase those guys. Oh, Jedi Drift slipping down the order. Jedi Drift. He's got the pace, but he just doesn't have that consistency yet. It's got to be worked on. GS Smith just ahead, and them two shall do battle. Can do battle. Panda just ahead of him as he addressed them lap times. Still, 54. He's getting there with GS Smith now doing 53s as well. Panda doing just enough to stay in that 11th place. Eric of Canada fighting back with Mini. Mini up into 9th place now, hunting himself a YT through the chicane. I bet he's got PTSD about that chicane as well. Eric of Canada leaning against the wall, but nothing serious, no issues. YT there in 8th place in the very late break-in hairpin. You have to kind of go out wide and swing it in late. It's a very awkward corner. Double Aaron chasing down with Toten. Toten has been his thorn for all of this race. He has done nothing but stare at the back of that Alpha Tauri, his teammate. A little slurp of the hot brew, ladies and gentlemen. That's awesome. Oh yeah, that's tasty. So here we go. There's nothing in it between the teammates, although Double Aaron getting a great drive through there, going for the move up the inside. It's team on team action here. And Double Aaron going ahead, and Toten knows when he is beat, ladies and gentlemen. But Toten then coming back. Unbelievable stuff between teammates. Their team manager must be having kittens right now in the pit lane, watching these two throw this very expensive machinery at each other. Beautiful stuff. Souness. Oh, movement here. Brian Moncani making a move on the German. It's the wonky German versus the true German, and you cannot fault Brian doing the switcheroo on him, getting a drive, and this is not a place you want to be going side by side up to the chicane of death. No, sir. One of you must yield. Someone yield. My gosh, Brian Moncani, what are you doing? Giving me a heart attack. Mika in 3rd place with Brian Moncani. Really is all up and in the German's business. Souness just a casualty in that one, trying to find a way through. And Mika is doing all he can. Oh no, Mika's picked up a bit of damage, ladies and gentlemen. And this one should be quite straightforward for Brian Moncani in the next set of corners if that car does not repair itself anytime soon. He's going to be having understeer. Oh yeah, it's fixed. Let's get on with the racing. Brian Moncani now busy with Souness. So Mika can just get on with the business of getting on. Brian Moncani going for a move, but it's not on. Souness going around the outside of the Moncani, and OMG, ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing true form racing as Toten and Double Aaron doing it in the background as well. Side by side action as Toten goes back ahead to claim that position. Mika doing all he can to defend the spot. Souness is all up in his business, and Brian Moncani is having a comeback. Call the Spice Girls. Because of the comeback that never happened. Take that. Oasis. You know. So Brian Moncani back up into 4th place with Souness trying to break down into the inside, but Brian Moncani is saying no way, sirree, not there. Mika is back under the pressure again. The cooker is turned up to 11. I'd like to see some other racing elsewhere, guys. Can you lot sort this out so I can have a look around the field? My good golly gosh, lap 9 of 14, and these guys are going hard, going extremely hard. Brian Moncani being pushed along by the Souness, Aaron and Toten, closing in on this battle. YT's all on his own in 8th place, it's all good. Eric of Canada is all good in 9th. GS Smith just ahead of Jedi Drift in 11th, Panda in 12th, and Mini, as he's found out he's sprained something from that earlier crash. The Stubbs leads. Where is the glory? Where is the glory when you lead in and these guys are taking all the limelight with their racing, the Devils? Brian Moncani in 4th ahead of the Souness. Souness is trying to do anything he can to crack that nut. Double Aaron and Toten having their own little battle behind as they join this little battle, and it's Battle Fest out there, ladies and gents, and Mika is doing all he can. Lap 9, we have still got 5 laps to go. Can they do it? Pork Sports there, 52.3. Everything is solid for Pork Sports for a podium. 53.5, and these guys have dropped back a bit. Brian Montgomery and Souness again side by side through that downhill chicane, and Double Aaron and Toten trying to close in. YT's doing very fast lap times as well, so YT could be upon them any time soon. And Mika gets himself a little bit of breathing space, thank God, because it has been crazy. Eric of Canada in 9th place, chasing down YT, but just hasn't got that pace at the moment. Jedi Drift is up to 10th ahead of Get Smurfed, who is now ahead of the Panda. And Mini has bailed on this one. So the Stu BS doing a super job out there in the lead, unrattled, unnerved whatsoever, just driving with grit, ladies and gentlemen. Pork Sports in second, solid job at the moment. Mika is the man who's doing all the work in this race. Souness is back up and about his business. Souness having a little whiff, having a look, just a little look to see if there's anything doing. And Mika trying to make that Mustang so wide. Souness nearly dropping it over the curb. Double Aaron Toten, where the bloody Brian? Brian having a rest at the moment. He's dropped all the way back behind YT. I wonder if he hit the barrier or something. And Mika really is the shoulders on the man. He is taking a absolute beating in this race. So much pressure for the driver, and he's done an amazing job. Superb stuff. Souness comes back with another attack as the two Alpha Tauris line up behind as well. Unbelievable stuff. YT doing those great lap times has gained him a position on Brian Moncani. Vodkrov saying some great racing considering it's the Mustang, especially with the chicanes at this track. Roy in the chat saying too much chat in lobby, couldn't concentrate, so bailed. Oh, no way, that was Mini. Double Aaron saying all the closer quarter races wasn't good for my hangover. Oh, poor Double Aaron's trying to nurse a bit of a sore head there for drinking. Mika still there though. Mika, unbelievable stuff. Keeping Souness at bay. Souness is looking here, looking there. He's looking every blooming where. But there's nothing going. There's nothing on. Mika is giving no quarter. No space at all here, sir. No room at this in. And Souness is having a look. But no, yes. Oh, no. Mika, a small mistake going out wide. And I think Souness must have tapped him. It didn't even look like they were close, ladies and gentlemen. Didn't even look like they were close, but Souness, gentlemanly, letting Mika back through again. Toten and Double Aaron still duking it out. It's what AlphaTauri is in front this time. And at the moment, it's Toten's turn. But don't worry, Double Aaron will be back ahead again. These two are having a blinding battle. There's so much battlage. It's hard to keep tabs on it all. Souness again going for an outside look on Mika, but Mika the tyres are starting to play an important role in this now, ladies and gentlemen. Souness has got through. Mika finally it's collapsed. The defence is broken. Double Aaron now making a move as well. Double Aaron wasting no time whatsoever up the inside, and I think Mika's tyres are cooked. As Toten then looking, I mean, the tyres look different, but everyone has their own feelings of a car, and we saw Mika does like to pit earlier with his tyres in them endurance races. He doesn't like to wear them out too much, so I think he likes to grip. He's coming back though at Double Aaron. He's not laying it down. He's not giving up on the position yet. And around the outside, go on my son, Mika, oh, just not quite enough grip to stick to the outside there. And Toten having a sniff in this little battle. YT in 7th, Brian Moncani chasing him down with Eric of Canada in the action in 9th. Panda is through. Jedi going very slow. And Get Smurfs goes up ahead for some reason. Jedi slowing right down on the straight. That gives a position to Panda with Get Smurfed in 11th, Jedi in 12th, and Mini is distracted. Stu BS Lap 12 of 14, still leads. Pork Sports in second, with Double Aaron now up into third. Wow, he got one on Souness. Souness as well, struggling with that tyre wear. And Double Aaron is on his stride now, ladies and gentlemen. He's in his rhythm. Souness down into fourth. Toten next to line up behind him. And Mika's tyres are hurting for him. YT 52.3, 53.7. Mika cannot slow down too much because YT, he is a little bit further back, but there's plenty of laps to catch up. Brian Moncani, he's struggling with the tyres as well there in 8th. Eric of Canada, fresher tyres, faster time. Eric of Canada going in for the kill, ladies and gentlemen. He's going for a move late in the race up against the Brian Moncani. He smells blood. He smells blood, does Eric of Canada, and he's going for it. Jedi Drift already back up to 10th ahead of the Panda and GS Myth. So I don't know what sort of games are being played down here. But Jedi letting these two through and then whipping by him again. Panda going for a move on GS Myth. There's battlage up and down the field, ladies and gentlemen. But Get Smurfed seems to have it. Oh, no. Get Smurfed going very wide. And the Panda sneaks one through there. And GS Myth down it into 12th. Mini joins us back on track. And he's cut the pit line. Lap 13, Stubbs, Pork Sports. We've got the Double Aaron and Souness coming in hot. And there we got Toten and Mika. Mika's got better ahead. Mika getting ahead of the Toten. Brilliant stuff. Brian Moncani's got ahead of YT. YT's picked up some damage. And Eric of Canada, who we saw was pushing on, has got himself ahead of YT as well. This racing is absolutely crazy. Toten on Mika. Then we've got Souness on Double Aaron. But Double Aaron now has caught up Pork Sports. Pork Sports, his tyres are dead. His tyres are gone. We've got 2 laps to go, including this lap. And Pork Sports is struggling with that front right tyre. Double Aaron with a little bit more meat on it than Pork Sports has, and he's going for that inside line with the extra grip, and he's through. Oh, no, they've come back at each other. They've come back at each other, and it looks like Souness is going to pick up the best out of all of this. Racing hard here, ladies and gentlemen, for the podium. Souness up to second, but Double Aaron going for a late break up the inside. He survives. He survives somehow. Souness in third. Pork Sports on their tail with Mika on his way. This is, you can't make this up, ladies and gentlemen. This is the race they had Sunday evening. Brian Moncani in 7th, Eric of Canada in 8th, YT in 9th, Jedi Drift is in 10th with Panda in 11th, GS Myth in 12th and Mini in 13th. But it's the Stu BS that reigns over all, ladies and gentlemen. What a drive, as these guys are still at it on the final lap, still fighting for the podium. Pork Sports wants it back. He wants it back, ladies and gents. Double Aaron and Souness are duking it out as well. This is crazy. Not at the chicane of death. Yield, God damn you. Souness had a little scrape with the wall. Double Aaron is right on his 6. This is it. This is the final lap. And Souness going deep into the corner, as is Pork Sports. Double Aaron trying to make some moves, trying to get some traction up the inside of the Souness. And it looks like Double Aaron might just do it as they drift race, drag race up to the next corner. And Souness is on that inside. He's going to steal the curb from Double Aaron, but then Double Aaron is lined up for the next corner. Beautiful stuff. And Stu BS all on his own. He's still got a while to go before he gets to the line. Double Aaron's out wide. Double Aaron's out wide. Souness can't do anything about him. Pork Sports now has got to be looking in his rearview mirror rather than out the front there, as Toten has a sniff at the Mika, but Mika's not playing today. Pork Sports then, he's feeling the pressure from the German driver as Souness and Double Aaron still duke out that podium. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, Stu BS taking the win. Brilliant drive, my friend. Brilliant drive. Double Aaron, can he hold on for that second place? Oh, my word. We'll go back and have a look at that. But oh, no, well, we'll look at that. We'll look at it. That looked cracking. Toten. Oh, Pork Sports has dropped behind Mika now. Oh, and they've both had a little collide and bounced over the curbs. Wonderful stuff. Double Aaron then takes that second place. and near enough seals that championship. Great drive there from everyone. Souness in third, take a boo. Mika in fourth. Pork Sports comes home in fifth, ahead of Toten in sixth. Brian Moncani just ahead of Eric of Canada in the end. And he grabs himself seventh place with Eric of Canada in eighth. YT coming home in ninth. And I think Minnie's already gone over the line there in 11th. YT grabs himself ninth place. Jedi Drift coming home in 10th. There he goes. Cracking stuff. Panda in 11th, ahead of Get Smurfed. Not bad debut taunts for Jedi and Panda there. Dropping in at the deep end. 11th and Get Smurfed in 12th. Mini bringing it home in 13th. My gosh. Ladies and gents. I don't want to do the other race. It's gonna scream my voice off. It's gonna be too difficult. That was hard work. My word. Fantastic stuff, guys. That has got to be one of the races of the season, surely. Has to be. Double A Ron saying all the close quarter racing wasn't good for my hangover. Yeah, we said that. Vodka Rob saying, laughing at Double A Ron. Vodka Rob saying, what's with the like button? It's solid because I've hit it, but it still says 0. I don't know, my friend. I try not to get too involved. Oh, it's gone up to 2. Double A Ron saying redemption drive for me, 13th to 2nd. It was a great drive. And Vodka Rob saying awesome stuff. That, ladies and gentlemen, was some smashing racing. That's the entry. That's the entry, ladies and gentlemen, to the Ultimate Racing League. This is League 5 of 6. They have the League of Champions. They have League 1, League 2, League 3, League 4, and then all the new guys come into League 5 and slowly make their way up the leagues. And wow, this is a tight bunch of pro sim racers. There, I said it. I said at the beginning of the season, I wouldn't call them pro sim racers because they're all newbies. This is the entry level. They don't deserve the title, but wow. After seeing that, ladies and gentlemen, we definitely have some pro sim racers out there. Right then, beautiful stuff. Well done to Stu BS and Double A Ron. What a drive. And Souness as well. He went back and forward. Mika, fantastic stuff from Mika, holding them back. And Pork Sports, unfortunate. One lap less and he would have been on the podium, but the tyres just couldn't take it. And Toten gave it his all as well. Brian, all of them, they all need awards after that. It was cray-cray. Fantastic racing, guys. Moving on to race 2 then, ladies and gentlemen. They'll be donning the medium and hard tyres. It's a little later in the day, like virtually night time. Look, he's put bye. See that? And in the other one, well, I'll show you because it doesn't take much for him. Look, hi and bye. Oh, he's such a nice guy. I like it. Thank you, Mika. So here we go then, loading it up. Do not look at the spoilers. You don't want to see them. Why would you want that spoiled? That was a humdinger, if ever there was humdingers to be had. And so let's get this underway. Right then, we'll look at who's starting on what and where and all of that stuff. Let me find this. So here we go then. Stu BS starting at the back on medium tyres. Double A Ron starting in 12th on the hard tyres. Oh, gone the wrong way. Souness in 11th, also hard tyres. Mika starting in 10th on hard tyres. Pork Sports starting on the hard tyres. Toten starting on hard tyres. Brian Moncani is giving the mediums a go. He's starting racy, ladies and gentlemen. Eric of Canada also giving a set of mediums in 6th. YT starting in 5th on racing hards. Jedi Drift starting in 4th on racing hards. Panda's going with the hards. GS Myth is going on hards. And Mini also going on hards. So mainly most of the field have got hards on. So here we go then, watching them head towards the line. Ladies and gents, brace yourself for another 14 laps. of high adrenaline racing. They have gone, ladies and gentlemen. I missed the start. So Mini then leads them away. Get Smurfed is in second. Panda there. These guys are all on the hard tyres. It's Eric of Canada you've got to watch. He's on those medium tyres. It'll take a corner or two for them to get up to temperature. So Mini, he knows the drill. He knows the drill here. He's been up at this end before. He's just got to stay strong. Get Smurfed. Oh, leaning on the wall. Oh, Get Smurfed got some damage from his lean. And there we go. Jedi drift through up into third. It looked like someone was having a bit of trouble in there somewhere. No. Maybe Panda. Maybe Panda had a bit of an issue there. Oh, he's got damage as well. Oh, we've got a spin. It looks like the American Jedi Drift has had a bit of a spin as well. So Panda isn't going to be all alone in this race. He's got Jedi Drift to keep him company. Souness trying to get through the crowd. Pork Sports there has just been taken by the double Aaron, I think. Stu BS is up as well. We've got some movement here. Mini and Eric of Canada into team battleage. Oh, safety car, ladies and gentlemen. Mini leading around a safety car with YT, Brian Moncani. They're just going to hold position, I guess. Mika in 7th ahead of Stu BS. Oh, are they shuffling? Trying to find their positions again. Pork Sports in 10th. Souness 11th. Jedi Drift. Panda. Well, I think Panda had had an off. Jedi Drift had had an off. So it looks like. And now they're racing again. Mini has set them. Oh, no, hang on. We'll see. I don't like to get too excited. If he floors it coming out of this, then they're racing. No, I think we're still safety carring. Still safety carring at the moment. He's floored it now, ladies and gentlemen. He has said, let's go. Let's go racing. So Mini flooring it ahead of Get Smurfed, Eric of Canada, the two Buzzing Hornets teams racing each other. Toten in 4th ahead of YT. And then we've got side-by-side action here with Stu BS and Moncani. And Moncani, where is Stu BS? Stu BS jumps up in ahead of Mika as well. So Stubbs absolutely flying at the moment ahead of YT. Brian Moncani and Mika both losing positions there in amongst the craziness. Now through the chicane of death for the second time. Mini knows what to do. Oh, a Buzzing Hornet. It must have been Eric of Canada hitting their barrier hard there. And now that's the problem when you're in everyone's way. You're trying to stay over, saying, I am damaged. Ooh, 3 wide going into that horrible corner there. And Eric of Canada is... I don't even think he's fighting for position. He's fighting his car. He's just trying to get it through the corners. So Mini under threat as GS Smith goes up ahead of the Mini. And Mini now has got Toten. Where did Toten come from? Sneaky little monkey. Toten's up there in the top 3, ladies and gentlemen. Mini is under threat. And Get Smurfed has made his way through. Get Smurfed on the hards. They're all on the hard tyres here. Double Aaron is on the hards as well. YT's on the hards. It's Eric of Canada on those medium tyres. But after hitting the barrier, he's lost a bit of an advantage there. He wants to try and get out of this battle with all these guys on hard tyres. Stu BS is up ahead of Mika, and Souness is trying to get in there as well. Unbelievable racing. Side-by-side action here between Mika and Souness. I don't know if there was contact there, but it looked great. Mika giving it a big slide, and now Souness is having an even bigger slide. And if he did need to redress, he just has. Oh my word. Souness then at the back. Brian Moncani in 12th. He's pitted. He's got rid of it. No, he was on the mediums, wasn't he? He's on the mediums. Pork Sports has gone in. He's getting rid of his hard tyres after 2 laps, ladies and gentlemen. Souness is staying out. Brian Moncani started on the mediums. He somehow ended up at the back. Jedi Drift on his hard tyres is in 10th, chasing down Panda and Mika. Mika has slipped down into the path of the Panda. Eric of Canada in 7th. YT is up and into 6th. Stu BS is in 5th with Double Aaron in 4th, chasing his teammate Toten, who's trying to get around Mini. He seems to have done it. No, Mini still holds strong, and oh no, gets smurfed, is meeting with Barry R. So Mini leads this race ahead of Double A Ron, with the Stu BS chasing him down in 3rd place. YT is up into 4th now with Eric of Canada on those medium tyres in 5th. Jedi Drift is up to 6th with Panda in 7th. The field is falling apart, ladies and gents. Brian McCartney is up to 8th with Mika. Oh, Mika, I think, did he pit? He must have done to get 3 seconds. He's not on an outlap, so 3-second penalty for Mika there. God knows what he'd done to deserve that. Souness in 10th. We saw him having a spin. Get smurfed is in 11th. We saw him having a meeting with Barry R. Don't know what happened to Toten. Unbelievable stuff. Toten dropped out, and Pork Sports we saw making a pit stop. That's it. He's running to the end now. My gosh, I could rewind it and look, but it's just thick and fast, this race. 3rd lap then, Mini leading from Double A Ron. They're on the hard tyres. They've got Stu BS just behind them on the mediums. People are pitting. No, Mini at Double A Ron. YT, they're all going into the pits. Stu BS staying out on his medium tyres. Eric of Canada on his medium tyres. Then we've got Brian Moncani, who started on the mediums, and he's got Panda in hot pursuit, who stayed on the hard tyres. He stayed out, ladies and gentlemen. Mini back out of the pits on a fresh set of medium tyres. That's going to take him all the way to the end, as has Aaron, and so has YT. Jedi Drift coming out on his mediums, and Pork Sports not gaining a lot there from the pit stops. Not gaining an awful lot from the guys ahead. So Pork Sports 9th place. He would have wanted to jump a couple of those. Mika there, he's had his pit stop as well in 10th. Souness has had his pit stop in 11th. Toten has had his pit stop in 12th. And GS Smith is in 13th. So Stubbs yet to pit for hard tyres. He's going to wait until the end of the race. Eric of Canada doing a fine job in 2nd place, keeping the Stu. Oh, hang on. Oh, yeah, because Mini and Aaron pitted. I nearly confused myself then, ladies and gents. Vodka Rob saying they all knocked each other back on course. They did. The Bloomfield in the chat saying these guys are racing hard. They are, man. And Ethan saying, what's up? It's all good, bro. Ready for Wednesday. Not tomorrow, it's Wednesday. All good for the Shag series. So Stubbs then leads with Eric of Canada giving chase. Brian Moncani solid 3rd. Panda still yet to pit on the hards. Double Aaron makes a move on Mini. Double Aaron then up alongside the Mini, and he's through. Mini then staring at the back of the Alpha Tauri car, but 6th place and looking to gain positions up ahead. It's good for Mini at the moment. YT in 7th, already pitted. Running to the end. Jedi Drift running to the end. Pork Sports losing the tail end of the Mustang there, giving a position to Mika, and Souness. Souness has made his way through as well. Pork Sports getting going again, just ahead of the Totes. The Tote slips on by though. So Pork Sports looks like he preferred those hard tyres, doesn't it? So the Smith doing what he can. It's a tricky track. I tell you, I bailed before the second race. I must admit, I was so slow in the first race that it just didn't. I couldn't see the reason for doing the second race. I would have just got in everyone's way and driven around at the back again. I bailed. So These guys are doing so much better than I did on Sunday evening. Stu BS out there, he's got to put some hard tyres on. Remember, it's a tactical race as well. So Double Aaron pushing hard, trying to claim up some of the space that Stu BS is doing. Stu BS at the moment got the fastest lap. So even though not together on track, Double Aaron and Stu BS are racing hard together, as is Eric of Canada. He wants to get out the pits ahead of the Double Aaron. Even then, they're going to have the harder tyre on, which is going to be a struggle. Panda goes in. He's finally shedding his hard tyres. Where's he going to come out? Oof. I'm not sure. Might be around these guys. The Smith and the Sports. Although they're coming down the straight already. It is only a tyre change. But it does look like he's going to be behind those guys. No, he's out. He's out ahead of Pork Sports. He's out ahead of Pork Sports then. And this is going to be a duel here from the Panda and the Sports. Pork Sports goes around quite easily. Panda pulls on to the inside of the corner. And Pork Sports is on his way. Toten at the moment in 10th place. And I don't know what we didn't see what happened to him, but he was virtually at the back after being nearly at the front. I say we don't know what happened to him. Let's just blame the chicane of death for everything. Souness then in 9th place, chasing down Mika. Mika had a lively first race, and he's waiting for this race to come back to him. But at the moment, Jedi Drift is ahead of him, and on merit as well. These guys have all pitted, and they're running to the end. YT in 6th, a 53.1 last time around from YT. Jeddah driving his car like he owns it, like he stole it, and he's trying to claim back some position there from YT. Mini in 5th place, doing well. YT a 53.1, 53.0 for Mini. So as long as he can maintain this pace, he should stay ahead of YT and hope some of these guys fall behind him after their pit stops. It won't be till lap 12 now. We'll see from these top 3 where they're going to come out in the pack. At the moment, nicely spread out. Nothing to... I think someone was having a spin, yeah. Mika, oh no. Oh dear. So Pork Sports there, he's going to be looking to take the German. The German has a bit of an issue. He's got a bit of a broken car at the moment, and that should help Pork Sports close a little closer until Mika's car repairs itself. Ooh, Pork Sports going for a long one around the outside, and Mika's car is back up to scratch, and he will be on his way. And we saw Mika can take that. He can take the pressure. Can Mika? Sorry, I couldn't get the word out. So Mika can... Oh, Pork Sports doing the super rebound on that. They must use some really bouncy tyres on those chicanes. The way those cars just bounce backwards. Panda then, he'll be looking... Where is Pork Sports? Is he behind? Oh, he's right at the back. Oh, and he's getting involved with the GS Smith now. And dropping behind GS Smith. As GS Smith has looked quite racy this evening. It's been rather nice, refreshing to see him mixing it up. He's had 1 or 2 rounds where he's not, it looked like he's been in the fight, but this one, he has been at the sharp end, giving it some all. Panda in 11th, getting used to those fresh medium tyres. Mika with problems there in 10th. Toten in 9th. There's going to be good points for people here. The likes of YT and Eric of Canada and Mini, because some of the big hitters stuck down at the duller end of the pack. And Mika, not duller end, that was mean, I'm sorry. Well, if the other end's the pointy end, I don't know. If the pointy end of the grid, or the pointy end of the pack, what do you call the, like, near the back? The duller end? Slow end? Look, I am the worst driver ever, so, doesn't really matter what I say. Each and one of you, every one of you could beat me on track. So look, let me have my moment. Stubbs there, is leading again. Stubbs just is on fire. He is the king of the Lillet Norgrad. Backwards seaside. So the Stubbs leads the way. Eric of Canada. These guys haven't pitted yet. Let's not get carried away with ourselves. Double Aaron in fourth. He's got the fastest lap of the race. He's doing everything correctly. Vodka Rob saying there was only 8 or 9 of us in League 2. Yeah, the drunk end, Rob says. Yeah. The drunk end of the pack. We had 10. I know it's strange because the URL, not to pull their own chain or anything, but they usually maintain a good number in the leagues. I was always quite impressed how they maintained their because a lot of leagues, especially as the season runs on, people sort of drop out and they give up, and by the end some leagues only run like 6 people can be bothered to turn up at the end, which is unfortunate because hey, it's racing, it doesn't matter, championships don't matter, it's just it's the fun of the thrill of the race. But some people chase the championship, I suppose, and if they get halfway through the season and think the championship's gone, then they can't be bothered to turn up. But for me, I don't really look at the championship. I just look at each race. That's why I think I dipped, because I just wasn't competitive. I wasn't racing anyone. It just wasn't any point. But yeah, it's come the end of the season, people drop out, and they've got better things to do. It doesn't help that it's sunny at the moment. And the Moncani in third. None of them 3 have pitted yet, and Double Aaron is absolutely slinging Mustang. He wants to jump these guys when they come out the pits. He is driving like a man possessed. Mini doing a super job. Could be second on don't do that. Could end up second after the pit stops. But we'll have to wait and see. It's lap 9 of 14. We've got a race here with YT and Jedi Drift. Jedi Drift has pace. I don't know what happened in that first race. In the chat then. Oh, Ethan saying was 15 of us in Fuji. And Bloomfield saying you're Rob. So the Jedi all up and in YT's business. Let's get on board with the American in Lightning McQueen going ka-chow. So 7th place at the moment, looking for a way past the Pilot Mustang, and just up the road we can see Mini waiting for the end of lap 12 to see the front 3 come in for a pit stop. So Jedi Drift, nothing he can do at the moment about YT. YT has had good pace all round. All of this round, YT has been laying down some very strong lap times. And his positions have shown it. He's been there, hasn't he? Just outside the top 6. Maybe in the top 6. So Jedi Drift then. Chasing at the moment. Then we have Toten dragging his way up into 8th place now, and Souness in 9th. Mika is in 10th. The Get Smurfed is in 11th, ahead of Panda, who's ahead of Pork Sports. Oh no, someone's off the track. Who was that? Brian Moncani. Oh no, Brian Moncani making a small mistake, and now Double Aaron is up, and Double Aaron can see Eric, so these two are definitely going to be behind him when he pits. It is an all-out battle then, ladies and gentlemen, between Stu BS and Double Aaron. And it looks like Double Aaron is laying down some faster lap times with the medium tyres than Stu BS is. So if that's anything to go by, it looks like Double Aaron is going to do the undercut, should we say. Eric of Canada clinging on. And we don't know where he's coming out, and YT has succumbed to Jedi. My God, he's pulled away. They've only just... Oh, YT's had an issue. YT's got damage on in his car, and that's how Jedi Drift has got that far ahead of him. Mini beware, 54-4-4-4-4-4 is not going to be good enough for you, son, because you got Jedi Drift pulling out the 52s. So Mini is going to have to pick up that pace if he wants to stay there. YT in 7th. Toten, can he close in on YT? He's doing 51s. Souness is chasing him as hard as he can. Oh, that last lap, he must have dropped behind him in that last lap because he did a 59, and then Toten does look like he's moved up some position. Mika in 10th, doing good lap times as well. 51.4 from Mika. It's just an unfortunate positioning for him on the track. Smith in 11th, and Sports going off-road, ladies and gentlemen. Pork Sports showing that he can do it on the grey stuff and the green stuff. Great stuff. And Panda picking himself up a 1 second penalty after doing his fastest lap, the last lap around. Stu BS, lap 11. The end of next lap, he will have to make his pit stop, as will Eric of Canada. Double Aaron is running to the end, with Brian Moncani getting ready for his pit stop. I'm pretty sure he started on the medium tyre also. Mini has got Jedi Drift closing in, a Mini 52.8 last time around. That's more like it. Mini driving like he does want to keep that 5th place. If not better, Eric of Canada might end up behind him. I don't know. Oh no, Eric of Canada. It's going to be close, you know. I think Eric of Canada is going to come out around somewhere where Mini is. So Mini driving for later in the race. And Jedi Drift pushing him along. YT in 7th, picking himself up after that small bit of damage. Toten in 8th at the moment, fighting a real fight with Souness here. And Eric of Canada saying, buzzing my hornets. Buzzing my horns, he says. So the Souness there is, oh, Toten. I've seen them drop heavier than that from Toten. He was lucky there. Usually over those curves you end up going straight into the barrier, and Toten somehow wrestling that Mustang back in a straight line, and Souness still not being able to get past the Hungarian driver. Crazy stuff. Mika in 10th, 53 last time around. The laps are being a little inconsistent. Another 53 from Mika. We know he can do 51s. 53 from GS Smith, but he's being caught by Pork Sports, who's in the 52s at this point in the race. These are all going to the end, and Panda there in 13th, and we saw he had a 1 second penalty, and that's hurt his lap times in the last couple of laps. Stu BS, this is it. This is his final lap on the medium tyres. Eric of Canada also. Double Aaron not quite catching him up. Can Eric of Canada get into the pits before the Double Aaron comes upon him? Brian Moncani will be pitting at the end of this lap also, and Mini will see where he stands. At the moment he's under immense pressure from Jedi Drift. Jedi Drift in the mid 52s, putting the pressure on Mini, who's also in the late 52s. So ever getting closer is Jedi Drift at the moment. Stu BS is into the pits, ladies and gents. Eric of Canada coming along, and he will disappear into the pits, and Double Aaron will grab a toe as much off him as he can. And this is it then. Stu BS, he's only just getting the wheels changed. Double Aaron is already through. Double Aaron has absolutely nailed it, ladies and gents, and Stu BS on the hard tyres. Just don't think the hard tyres have got anything in them to go up against the Double Aaron at the moment, but Stu BS looks like he may have to settle for second. Eric of Canada's coming out in third. I said it was going to be around Mini and Jedi Drift there as well. Oh my word, it was close. Eric of Canada just getting pit from Mini and Jedi Drift, getting past Mini as they come down the straight. Great there, great Scott. So Jedi Drift then up into third, with Mini there in fourth, set in chase. Mini wants that podium, ladies and gents, and Eric of Canada feels he has a shout over it as well. YT in sixth place. Brian Moncani's made his pit stop onto the hard tyres, just ahead of Toten, who is going rather swiftly himself. He's dropped Souness, it seems, and Brian Moncani has succumbed to the Toten. Toten is up and through and into seventh place now. The fighting up here, Jedi Drift, Mini and Eric of Canada, it seems okay. Stu BS is way off Double Aaron. Double Aaron absolutely nailed that. And I'll look at the chat in a minute, guys. It's all going off. Mini on the fight for the drift. But Eric of Canada, can a fresh set of hards be faster than an old set of mediums? You never know. YT isn't too far out of this battle as well, and he's on a set of mediums. Eric of Canada could be in trouble here. Stu BS on those hards is not going to be able to lay down the laps like Double Aaron is at the moment. Right then. Vodka Rob saying my phone battery has just about made it to the end. Good on your phone battery, I am impressed. Eric of Canada then on those hard tyres. We've got to keep an eye on all of this. Bloomfield saying, aren't you supposed to use the tyres for a minimum of 3 laps? No, only in endurance. In sprint races it's 2 laps. Eric of Canada then trying to close in on Mini at 53.4 as we start the final lap. 56 from Eric of Canada. Jedi Drift at 52.4, and it does look like Eric of Canada really is going for a late lunge on Mini there. He's giving it his all. Double Aaron leads. It looks safe. Oh, Double Aaron going a little wide there, but it's all good. He's got the space to play with. Stu BS is pushing hard all the way till the very end. Jedi Drift in third, making amends for that first race. And Mini just missing out on a podium. He must be sick as a para. Eric of Canada could be, well, sure, it's got to be one of his best results so far this season. YT in 6th, Toten in 7th, ahead of Brian Moncani, who's under threat from Souness now on those medium tyres, and Brian Moncani on the hards. Mika in 10th, hasn't had a spectacular second race, it has to be said. Pork Sports in 11th, ahead of Get Smurfed, and Panda there in 13th. Double Aaron then bringing it on home. Oh, Ethan saying in League 1 it's 3. Ethan saying guess it's because have more tyre wear. Eric of Canada, we do 3 on endurance. Bodcrop saying League 2 we do 2 laps for sprint. I think League of Champion and 1 different, aren't they? Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. Double Aaron coming to add another win to his championship. What a drive with a hangover. There's nothing that man cannot do. Stu BS, a great, or first and a second. That is a good weekend, ladies and gentlemen. And Jedi Drift, what a debut, coming out on the podium. Great drive, my American friend. Welcome to the club. Mini in 4th, great drive from Mini. Eric of Canada in 5th, fantastic stuff. YT getting 6th, look at it, they were all pretty close. Toten in 7th, and it's side by side for Brian Moncani and Souness. They only just, my God, let's go back, let's have a look then. So Brian Moncani and Souness pulls out. They were getting close. Souness was getting that toe, and it just missed out. Mika in 10th place. He's not being troubled by anyone there. It was probably a bit of a boring drive for Mika that second race. He didn't really see anyone. Comes home in 10th. Pork Sports in 11th. Not bad. He's had his trials and tribulations during this race, and he's made the best of what he could out of that in 11th. Get Smurfed finishing in 12th, and the Panda bringing it home in 13th. He got there in the end. Look, lap 13, he started getting the laps in. So Panda there, bit of consistency. He's going to be there. He's got the pace. 53s. He's got the pace. He's just got to get that consistency going. So a win each from Stu BS and Double Aaron. And Toten not scoring well in that one. That might be goodbye to the championship. You never know. So, what did I miss in the chat? Because it was going crazy. No one in League 1 does 2. Haha, the Merc eats the tyres. Oh, yeah. Vodka Rob said 5 and start again. Eric of Canada saying we all are a bunch of savages. You sure? You're all a bunch of savages, you are. And Vodka Rob saying one of the guys is doing from League 2. Oh, is he leaving and then going into League 5? Oh, I'm going to miss him. I'm going up to League 4 next. So I'll catch you there. And Vodkrov saying, I don't much like being at the back, but I do like the Group 3s. Yeah, well, there'll be a new batch coming up. Although I'm in League 3. Trust me, the batch that are coming up, Rob, they're really fast. It's been a tough season this season. I miss you guys. You guys that got promoted last season, I really missed you this season. It's been a lonely season in League 3. Because they all kind of knew each other from League 4. They're all quite clicky and matey with each other. So it's like, and they're all really fast. So I'm just sort of, I feel like I'm on my own in League 3, just driving around, doing what I can do. Yeah, I miss the old gang. Oh well, that's the way these leagues work, don't they? People get promoted, people get relegated. It's all fun. It's all good. There's nothing wrong with the people in my league. I just think they're just come from another league. I think a lot of them have raced each other in another league elsewhere because they just seem to have a lot of history. Anyway, do you guys want to know about this? And Bloomfield saying he might get up to League of Champions. Come on, Apex Bloom. Going up to League of Champions. Me and Rob used to race you in League 3, so that's fantastic. Vodka Rob saying it needs sorting out a bit, really. Vodka Rob saying I'm too slow for League 2. Eric of Canada saying I just want to go where this legend of a commentator that we have goes. Oh, bless you. They've all got commentators. They've all got cracking commentators. Trust me, Eric of Canada. I am weak next to some of the commentators the Ultimate Racing League has to offer. I'm just a dumb fool that knows nothing about racing but shouts a lot. The other guys are very experienced and well educated in the ways of racing. Anyway, I'm going to end this stream with an important kind of like a homage, really. I want to have a special word about a special person out there. And I think he rules. Oh, I love you, Thingy, Bloomfield says. Oh, bless you all. Right. Special mention needs to be made just before we wrap this up to one Mohammed Ben Sulayem. He is the president of the FIA, ladies and gentlemen. You might have noticed him. He's always trying to shove his mug in every single bloody picture you see on Sky Sports. The man is everywhere. He's trying to shake people's hands. He has nothing to do with any of that. He's the man that doesn't want them to swear on the radio. Well, I just wanted to pay a special mention to him because last season, Monaco Grand Prix was the dullest affair that could have ever happened. There was a red flag. They changed their tyres. They didn't pit the whole race. And everyone said, God, that couldn't get any more boring. Well, Mohammed Ben Sulayem said, hold my beer. And you've got to give it to him. He did it. He somehow made Monaco worse. Well done. Well done. Congratulations. Tiru, peace and love. Peace and love. Except for to Mohammed Ben Sulayem. Suck a dick.